noise came again, shrill and heard. It set your teeth on edge the way it ground its way through you. Cove's throat bobbed, his eyes glistened in the dim light. God! Fucking mad! Fucking mad! Oh well. Not a lot that I can do here. This seems to, like, only be a problem with our life beginning to noise. Like, yeah, we're getting disconnections during other things. But it's like, we got one disconnection while playing Castle Crashers. One. And it wasn't even that bad. Oh well. The noise came again, shrill and heard. It set your teeth on edge the way it ground its way through you. Cove's throat bobbed, his eyes glistened in the dim light. You ran to hide behind Cove. No, deep breaths. You sucked in a lungful of cool night air, letting it out slowly through your mouth. Your parents had mentioned that it was good for relaxing nerves. There was no question that you were afraid of whatever the noise may be, but you didn't want that to stop you. Despite your fear, you had to be brave. Cove stepped in front of you to look at your face. He was serious. You can do it, Vinny. Man. Hey, roll one for me. Yeah. Get 3 disconnections in the last 20 minutes. Last 10, actually. We can do it, Vinny. Sorry, I have to reload your. He lifted his hand up for you to take. When Cove offered, it only made your heart thump harder, but it wasn't out of fear. Newton grabbed his arm. No, take his hand. Be a normal child. You carefully slid your hand into his, and although your palms were both clammy, you held on tight. You couldn't explain why, but it made you feel stronger, and you felt like you were ready to continue on now. Cove shut his eyes and pressed his lips together. Your fingers locked around each other even tighter. So, where do you want to chat? Let's... There's genuine thinking going on in my brain. Also, I'm gonna eat my hot dog. I'm hungry, okay? I don't think it matters where I go. sorry, I'm not looking at like the official information for the sequel game. We'll be playing the sequel game when it releases. I don't know, the park. The private playground was empty as ever, yet the mysterious sound could still be heard, hanging heavy and ominous in the air. But you kept going forward. Food. You couldn't stop when you had already gone so far. You had to find out what was going on. Phil was practically shaking when he realized it had progressed far enough to reach you. Swallowed hard, but faced you with a determined face. My dad says good detective work starts at home. He watches a lot of crime shows, so maybe it could be good to look closely. Okay. The two of you swept through every corridor of the park. No monkey bars, swing, or tire went unchecked. Huh. He was squatting on the ground, squinting at something in his hand, and she checked over her shoulder so you could see too. Cove held it in his open palm. Coiled inside was a length of sparkly chain drained sand embedded into the fine links. Lifting it up, it became apparent how this had come to be here. You'd seen bracelets and necklaces enough to recognize that this clasp which held it together had snapped. It's broken. It's silver. Werewolves hate silver. Other things, too, I think. This noise is caused by a monster. They can protect themselves. Yeah. Oh, almost got ketchup on my finger. He flicked the chain as if cracking a tiny whip. I wonder if there's anything else we could use out here. Gove considered this, frowning. I should have grabbed some garlic before I left. His frown evolved into a scowl. It probably wouldn't have worked. Dad doesn't have no garlic. I think any type of garlic works if you throw it at a vampire. Just start throwing it. Most things run away when you start throwing shit at them. Perceived threat. He gets fake garlic. Little flakes in a jar. Not real rolls that you have to cut up like mom. Be easy. Just throw them around just a lot.
I guess.
You can judge your dad's decisions all day, but that's still gonna be easier to use. My partner listening to me curse out Twitch. Yeah, that's making disconnection issue. No, they're sending me more TikToks. I need to remember to bully them later. Nope. You all don't need to. If it was begrudging tone, you could still... You could tell you're still firmly on the side of fresh garlic. Even though you had exhausted all possible places to search in the park, the sun still rang through the air, mocking you. Should we look somewhere else? I want to keep this going as long as possible. Let me finish my hot dog. Oh my god, more TikTok. I'm also grabbing myself with hands. Why? Because I am noticing. Let's take off my The beach stretched out in front of you, nothing in sight along its sands, no matter which way you turn. Part of you had imagined the noise as some creature of the deep washed up on shore and calling for aid. That theory had to be taken off the list. For now. Still, you'd spent enough time on the shore to know that the view finds often required a sharp eye and careful attention. The sound was no more than a whimper now. Emboldened, you kept your head high and walked along the sand. Let's see if there's anything here. Jove began to comb the beach for clues. You followed suit. Soda. This is my hydration for the day. That's a lie. My hydration for the day was that glass. The angry wind sent grains of sand rolling across the beach like waves. Not waves. You stayed clear of the water, which was rough and choppy tonight, and scoured the area for hints as to what might be happening. You saw something glint in the sand, full of promise, but when you eagerly uncovered it, you found that it was just foil from a chip packet. You stowed it away with a sigh. Did you find something? Cove shrugged and gave you a sympathetic smile. That's how it goes sometimes. You like hunting for treasures on the beach too, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever found anything mysteriously weird? You're expecting him to mull the question over for a bit, but Cove answered immediately. Teeth. Let's good me with the big shark tooth before. No, not that. People teeth. Don't leave your teeth on the beach. No. Yeah, you know how grown-ups sometimes don't have their own teeth any longer? How they get fake ones so they can still eat? You nodded, listening in fascinated horror. I found some. The top half. Who left the top half of their dentures? How'd you know it was the top half? It had the pink top of the mouth bit, like this. He opened wide and pointed at the roof of his mouth. You let out a squeal. What did you do with them? Mom took them from me. I don't know what happened to it after that. That was... belts. Wash your hands a billion times after you touch them. I washed them. I'm pretty sure. As you contemplated your options, it occurred to you that you hadn't heard the noise for a while. You looked askance at Cove to see if he had noticed. He was still busy poking in the sand. You squeaked out a small sound and Cove brushed the sand from his hands and stood up. What is it, Vinny? The noise. Go for his bed, listening through the wailing and scratching that had lured you from your beds. You watched as realization blossomed over his face. It's gone. You both stood awkwardly in the now silent night. Without the mysterious call to lead you, there wasn't a reason to stay out here any longer. The night was still as you walked home, with none of the usual background noises or eerie whistle from before. You could hear every step you and Cove made, like a cough in a movie theater. You could hear a sneeze in a movie theater. I say that as the motherfucker who sneezes in movie theaters a lot. I can't watch movies. I don't have the attention span. The two of you came to a halt outside your front door. Never before had it looked so ominous. You wrung your hands nervously. Would your absence have been noticed? Do you sneak out a lot? Not really. This is the first time. Yeah, I've never tried to do it till now. Thought so. How'd you know? I hadn't seen you out my window this late before. Hey. I can't even say shit. I've never once snuck out of my house. I've never needed to, anyways. That was fair. Though it could have been possibly because you're just so good at sneaking that this was the first time he had caught you. Are you worried about getting caught?
No.
No. You're so forthright that you believed him completely. But your dad, won't he get mad or sad if he catches you? He's never happy with what I do. Oh. not my business. Huh? Wasn't your place to judge Cove's relationship with his dad. He knew a lot more about it than you did. Alright, I'm going in.
Bye.
Good night. Good night, Cove. Thanks for coming with me tonight. I'm not sure I could have done it by myself. I wanted to go with you. Hearing that caused your face to heat up. You turned the doorknob as slowly as the clock's minute hand, holding your breath for the telltale click of the lock, then nudged it open. When all that happened was the door opening rather than the blaring alarms that you fear, you melted with relief. Back inside your house, you're surprised to find your mom still watching TV. Hi, besties. I think I have played this event before, but I just went straight back to sleep. Weirder still, it looked like they were on the same show as they were watching before you left. Yet you were positive you'd been out investigating for hours. That's because your sense of time is off. Perhaps you could use the distraction to your advantage. If you get up the stairs, you'd be safe from suspicion. But how could you get there? Just come clean. This is all way too stressful. After an already suspenseful night, you couldn't handle any extra tension. I'm all for secret keeping, but this is not a secret I feel like keeping. Also, because if they have any form of camera around the house, it'd be really easy to know that you've snuck out. Moms? They looked up at your call, caught off guard. Vinny? They abandoned the couch in their show to hurry over. They were still in a state of surprise. You weren't in trouble yet.
Are you okay?
What are you doing down here, sweetie? Did you have a bad dream? We telling the truth, we're gonna be an honest little midget. I went out to find out what was causing a noise. Time seemed to drag as the color drained from your mom's faces.
Huh?
Out where? Out of your bedroom? That's what you mean, right? I do not know when your front door opens. Maybe I'm just extra aware of the front door because I'm like right next to it. I'm not kidding, like 10 steps to my side is the front door. To my side, to my right. You pointed to it. You pointed to the front door, confirming their worst fears. Mommy remained frozen in shock while Mom launched into lecturing mode. Yada yada, it's not safe to be out at this time of night by yourself. Hey, I was not by myself. I was not, in fact, by myself. I had somebody with me. Don't you jump to assumptions. Something was wrong, you should have come told us. I thought you knew better than that. I trusted you to know better than that. Anything could have happened to you. If we don't know where you are, then it's a lot harder to keep you safe. Her voice was soft, yet still cut. Hey, I was not out alone. You all clearly have not questioned if I was out there with anybody. You pawned on the ground with your feet. What they were saying made sense. It was scary. I don't like being scared. I just wanted to see what was there.
Sweetie.
Honey. After another, cradling the back of your head, you clung to her. Great for facing your fears, but you need to be smart too. Scary because it might have been causing something dangerous, right? Hey, you're talking like I went at this alone. Not just say the other, 8-year-old? They're either 7, 8, or 9, and I'm not sure which. I took the other child with me. That kind of worry is something you should tell us about. Okay. Mom shook her head with a sigh. Let's get you back to bed where you belong. Right, and we'll have a talk about this in the morning. You pulled a face at that, but didn't protest. All things considered, they could have been much harder on you. Once your mom's left, you turned over the night's adventure in your head. It's hard to believe that you'd really done it. Sure, you were going to get a talking to tomorrow, but it had been a night that you'd never forget, for better and worse. You hoped Cove had gotten home okay, though he hadn't been worried. Being told off was never fun. Wriggling down deeper underneath the sheets, your thoughts turned to the unsolved mystery. You and Cove had only just begun to scratch the surface of it. Maybe you'd solve it and maybe you wouldn't, but knowing that you had shared it with him made you feel like you were being tickled from the inside. You hugged a pillow to your chest, tossing and turning as you replayed the night events in your head, daydreaming about different ways they could have gone. Any fear or danger that might have been there was entirely overshadowed by thinking about how close you had been with Cove the entire time. About how insufferable children are. Your daydreams ushered you to sleep with a smile on your face. In the morning, the lecture continued, but ultimately your mom let you off with a warning. It had been a pretty unusual circumstance after all. You later learned Cove didn't end up in trouble for the nightly escapade either. It was unclear whether that was because his dad had chosen not to punish him or if he got away with it. As for the sound that started this all, the adults around were convinced it was nothing more than the wind. For your imaginative mind, that wasn't nearly enough. How could they accept something so simple and easy? Maybe it'd make more sense when you were grown up too. Sure, they're gonna almost 2.5 hours. We're gonna try to get through at least half of this all. I don't want to do my favorite one yet. I guess let's do grown up. One sweltering summer day, you were in your living room with Cove, listening to the sounds of the birds chattering outside the window while you lay across the rug on the floor. Cove's dad had dropped him off earlier. Your moms had left the two of you along with Lizzie to play amongst yourselves. It had been too hot to go outside in the afternoon, at least according to Mommy, so your sister was starting to get impatient waiting for her golf class that evening. The three of you had trouble finding something fun to do. The beach and the playground were off limits, and you felt that it was too warm for anything like playing with your fuzzy toy animals. Playing with her fuzzy toy animals. Then suddenly a light came to Lizzie's big brown eyes and her smile spread wide across her face. Having an idea gave her a new wave of energy. Since we're stuck inside, we should be adults. They don't play outdoors anyways. They're always inside and telling everybody they're too busy to play.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Duh.
I said why, and it'll be fun. Duh. Why do they stay in... What do they do inside that we don't? Besides use the phone a lot. Excluding a small house, Lizzie decides to ignore Cove.
What do you think?
Vinny, what do you think? Do you want to? I think Cove said it then in the dump. I'm not gonna think about something else. I don't know. Please, Vinny, when have I ever had a bad idea? Probably several times that I don't know about. Whenever we play with you. Okay, damn. I wasn't asking you.